this show, what can I say? This show is the combination of Ted and Family Guy. Matter of fact, it's basically Ted the movie, but in series form. But the thing is, I love it. Every second of this show was an iconic moment. I'm not even going to lie to you. I laughed from episode 1 down to the last episode. This was a crime and a travesty that this show has gone overlooked, even if it just dropped recently. If you've been on the edge, thinking maybe you should watch this show, watch this video and I'll tell you why you should. For those of you who don't know, Ted follows the story of a young kid named John who didn't have any friends, so he wished upon a shooting star for his teddy bear to come to life. And it did. In this world, everyone was amazed. They loved Ted at first because this was something new. This was something unexplainable. So everybody loved him. The idea of that magic exists in this world. But as it usually goes, Ted was just the flavor of the week. Soon, everyone started to despise him. He started to spiral, causing him to go back and live with John, leaving his Hollywood life behind. The dynamic then became like brothers or uncle and nephew, Ted being the oldest, which is weird because Ted is like 7 years old. Anyways, the story is actually funny. I'm not even going to lie to you. The connection him and John have together. Another side character called Blair, which is a family member, but she's like so PC. Every single thing, if you say something that could be offensive or stereotypical, she's going to call you out on that stuff on the spot. I mean, if you are not used to, or you're tired of all the whole preaching that's going on in the media these days, you won't like her character at first, but trust me, she's worth learning and getting to know because she's actually cool. And just like her, there are other members of the family that are also cool, and we discovered this at the dinner scene. Dinner scene, in my opinion, is the perfect segue into learning about John's family. We meet his mom. Oh my god, she's an angel. She literally doesn't even curse the whole show. Honestly speaking, she is so cool and very supportive of John, his fucking dickhead father, Ted, and Blair. She's there to support the whole family. She's practically the backbone of the whole family. And you can see it in just this one scene. They beg her literally to curse at the dinner table, but she doesn't. She's cool as hell, but she doesn't compromise her principles for nobody. We also discovered that Ted apparently has hammer space. He could pull out cash. He could pull out a phone from wherever in his body. He's literally magic. So I'm not even shocked he has hammer space. We then meet John's dad. Oh my God, this guy. He's from Boston. I don't know anywhere in the US, but he sounds like he's from Boston. They have that accent. He sounds like a mobster that is always drunk. He was in Vietnam and he will never let you forget it. He's a little bit racist and a little bit of a dick, but he's a cool guy. And Blair, bruh, this chick, she is so freaking annoying at first because she was calling everyone out. Hey, stop being racist. Hey, stop being homophobic. Hey, stop. It was so annoying. Oh my days. But you grow to love her, just like I said. So the main plot of this whole story revolves around Ted being home alone every single day because he doesn't go to school because he's a freaking bear. And he decides to play with the gun that he found in John's dad's room. He was planning to use the gun as a throttle to push himself in a slippery slide, and he had an accident messing up the family TV. If you know anything about this era, you know there was only one TV in the whole freaking house and everyone had to share, and he just spoilt it. At that moment, John's dad was so pissed off, he actually said, bruh, you have to go to school. You're just too stupid. That was a perfect segue into talking about another main character, John himself. We discovered that just like the movie, John is an absolute loser. He can't talk to nobody. He can't talk to no girls. He could talk, and he's always constantly bullied by this same big guy, using bullying as a form to mask his pain. Obviously. Anyways, we see his teacher as well, who has a very messed up life, and because of one simple joke Ted made in class, we discovered that it's very easy to set him off. Speaking of Ted, was really trying his best to get kicked out of school, trying to mess up the cafeteria food, and trying to buy drugs. There's a lot of weird antics going on in this show. It is so funny, and the fact that they have cut scenes just like Family Guy is freaking absurd. This is when we discover that actually Johnny can't talk to nobody. He's so weird. And when they go to buy drugs, they find out it's Blair, Mrs. Holier Than Thou, that is selling the drugs. She was the gateway. Because if you remember the movies, John and Ted were constantly smoking. And in this show, this is when they started, just because of Blair. Knowing this was a big day for both of them, they even wore their best suits just to smoke. God, I love this show. It was so freaking funny. And when they were high during dinner, it was just watching a teddy bear be high. Bruh, this show was good. Anyone that's thinking about watching the show, I have nothing to tell you, but go watch the show and get some good food too, because it will make you freaking happy. You binge everything all at once, and you need some good food to binge a show. The show was good. It was great. I recommend. Bye.